Hi, Robert Begley with day 872 of my video challenge. A will or a trust or nothing. What happens to your possessions when you die? Well, if you don't do anything, pretty much the government decides what will happen to your possessions, your assets, your estate. And that's a bad thing. And sadly, in my family, I have some experience with this, and it caused a lot of dissent. So don't do that. Don't take care of your affairs. Number one recommendation. But what's the difference between a will and a trust? My dearest Carrie Ann and I went today to see an estate lawyer because I've studied this, I worked in fundraising and know enough to be dangerous between the two, but I'll just say in plain English, a will is solid, but two things. It goes through court, what they call probate. So that has two disadvantages. One is takes a lot of time to go through court, and number two is that it becomes a public record. So anybody anywhere can find out what happened to your estate, how you chose to divide it up. But a trust, which costs a lot more money to put together because there's a lot more legal work, a trust is way more private. Nobody knows what you did. In fact, John Lennon is a famous example of someone who had a trust. In fact, part of his trust stipulated that if any of the recipients, beneficiaries of his wealth, assets, uh, publicly announced what they got. So if someone said, "Hey, John Lennon gave me $1 million," they would revoke that. They would not be allowed to have that wealth. So there's a lot more privacy and a lot more of what you want to happen with your estate, with your assets in particular, when you're gone. So we are going with a trust separately. Carrie Ann and I, the paperwork is in the works because the will that I did in New York many years ago, it's not valid because I'm in a different state and a lot of things have happened since I did that will. Should I be even saying this? I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow.